Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economic Updates Saturday morning the 11th of January 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good morning. Dinar recaps. New House Financial Services leadership targets digital asset regulation. The House Financial Services Committee has chosen leadership with an eye toward digital asset regulation. Representative French Hill, R.Arc. announced the new appointments Thursday, January 9, promising to right-size the regulatory system for particularly community banks and create a regulatory framework for digital assets that will protect investors and consumers. In addition, Hill said the committee would ensure agencies are focused on their core statutory directed missions and not political agendas. The committee's vice chairman, a position held by Hill in the last term, will be Representative Bill Huizenga, R.Mich. In addition, Hill said, Representative Mike Lawler, RNY, will serve as vice chair for communications and Rep. Mike Hurridopoulos, R. Florida, will be committee whip, the latter to ensure our Republicans are working together toward our common goal. In addition, the committee has announced chairs for its various subcommittees, including Representative Ann Wagner, R. Maine, Capital Markets; Representative Andy Barr, RKY, Financial Institutions; Representative Brian Stile, R.Wis, Digital Assets, Financial Technology and Artificial Intelligence. Representative Warren Davidson, R. Ohio, was named chair of the Subcommittee on National Security, Illicit Finance, and International Financial Institutions with Rep. Dan Muser, RPA, overseeing the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. Lastly, the Subcommittee on Housing and Insurance will be chaired by Nebraska Republican Representative Mike Flood. As PYMNTS wrote earlier this week in a look at the upcoming legislative session, there have been a number of attempts at laws to create frameworks around digital asset markets. For example, the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act was passed by the House but not the Senate. The act would, among other things, establish standards for digital assets and consumer protections and segregation of funds. And then there's the question of cryptocurrency. Speaking with PYMNTS, Mike Katz, a partner in Manat, Phelps and Phillips Financial Services Group, said that, despite the razor-thin Republican majorities, there is a growing bipartisan consensus in Congress around the need for thoughtful, innovation-focused crypto and AI legislation. It will be interesting to see if any digital asset bills are part of the tax and border-focused reconciliation package already being discussed in Congress. I'd expect a strong stablecoin bill to move quickly given existing bipartisan support, he added. BRICS News. BRICS. US dollar remains in high demand, de-dollarization failing. The BRICS alliance, which kick-started the de-dollarization agenda, is now under the mercy of the US dollar in 2025. The US dollar remained in the green for 9 consecutive days in the DXY index and tramping other local currencies. The Indian rupee has fallen to a lifetime low of 85.93 and is on the brink of dipping to the 86 level. The Chinese yuan and the Japanese yen are facing similar lows and are unable to take on the rising US dollar. The US dollar single-handedly outperformed all local currencies in 2025, taking the top spot in the currency markets. The USD has now reached a high of 109.30 in the DXY index and could breach its all-time high of 109.53. The currencies of BRICS members are the hardest hit despite the alliance pushing the de-dollarization agenda to bring the US dollar down. BRICS. Here's why the US dollar is rising and de-dollarization is failing. The first boost to the dollar came in early January after US weekly initial jobless claims declined to 201,000 from the previous 211,000. The U.S. Department of Labor, DOL, published the report indicating that the jobs market could ease out, leading to employability. In addition, Fed Governor Christopher Waller made an announcement saying that inflation could continue to fall in 2025. These two events early this month boosted the US dollar's prospects and dented the BRICS de-dollarization initiative. The BRICS bloc now remains under pressure as local currencies are facing an uphill task to sustain themselves. The raging US dollar is showing no signs of stopping and is taking the de-dollarization agenda by the horns. If the momentum persists, BRICS can only dream of de-dollarization and never make it a reality. The US dollar has sustained many whiplashes over the last 7 decades and has faced all challenges head-on. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com